clear. Today I am going to teach you sum of nth term of an AP. So today we are going to derive sum of nth term of an AP. Before that, let us try to understand what do you mean by sum of nth term of an AP. Students, if I will ask you to deposit rupees 1 on 1st February, rupees 2 on 2nd February, rupees 3 on 3rd February, rupees 4 on 4th February in your piggy bank, and then I will ask you how many rupees will you deposit in your piggy bank on 28th of February. What will be your answer? Yeah, that's very simple. You will say, sir, rupees 28 will be deposited on 28th February, because we are observing a pattern there. So that 28 rupees deposited on 28th February indicates term number TN. But if I'll ask you to find out the total amount deposited in your piggy bank in the month of February, then what we'll do? At that time you have to add all the values. That addition, sum, total of all the value is known as sum of nth term of an AP. So in order to understand sum of nth term of an AP, let us consider one example here. Here I have considered first 10 natural numbers, and I have to find out the sum of these 10 natural numbers, first 10 natural numbers. Add these numbers and find out the total of these first 10 natural numbers. Yeah, that's correct. It is 55. So we can say that the sum of first 10 natural number is 55. Now let us try to find out the sum of these 10 natural numbers by using a formula, or we'll try to find out a formula to derive sum of these first 10 natural number. Students, why we have to derive a general formula? The reason is that if I will ask you to find out the sum of first 50 natural number, you can use a calculator and you can add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and then you can answer it. If I'll ask you to find out the sum of 100 natural numbers, first 100 natural numbers, you can do it by using your calculator. But if I'll ask you to find out the sum of first 1000 natural numbers, at that time you will find it very boring, a cumbersome or tedious job to add all the numbers again and again. And that is the reason we have to add this number in a smart way. We have to find out a general formula where we can substitute these values and we can get the answer in very quickly. We can get the answer. Is that clear? So let us consider the same number in the reverse order. We can consider the same number in the reverse order. See, this is a smart way of thinking. Now we have arranged the number in the reverse order, and if you will observe this, I am going to make the pair 1 and 10, 2 and 9, 3 and 8 and so on, 10 and 1. Is that clear? See here, I am making the pair 10 and 1, 9 and 2, 8 and 3, and similarly the remaining numbers. What you will observe, if I will add this two number, I am going to get 11. If I will add this two number, I am going to get 11, and similarly I am going to get 11 for every pair's addition. Is that clear? Now how many times this 11 is present there? But obvious, 10 terms are there, 10 natural numbers, 11 is also present 10 times. So if we will see that 11 is present 10 times, meaning 11 is multiplied by 10, that will give us 110 on the right hand side of the equation. On the left hand side there are 2 times Sn, sum of natural number is given 2 times. So it will become 2 times Sn. Is that clear? So if we solve it, we will get 2 times Sn is equals to 11 is how many times? 10 times. So that is 11 tens are 110, 2 Sn equals to 110, and then Sn equals to 110 divided by 2, that will give us 55. That is our answer. That we have already that we know that the sum of the first 10 natural number is 55. Student, the same logic we are going to use to derive the general formula for sum of nth term of an AP. Same way we will arrange the terms, same way we will add them, same way we will interchange the value and we will get the formula for nth term of an AP, where we have to calculate the sum of it. Is that clear? Let us check it. Now, what do you mean by general term? When we are calculating the general term, the derivation or the formula is always in terms of alphabets. That is why I am going to consider the first term of this AP is A, and common difference, because it is in arithmetic progression, so common difference will be D, and there are n terms. I don't know how many terms are there. I am deriving this general formula for any number of terms. So, let us consider that there are n terms in this AP, first term being A and the common difference is D. So, in order to understand it, let us draw a chart where the term numbers are written here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9, because I don't know how many terms are there. So, I am replacing that 10 by n, because I am calculating general term. Okay. Now, we will write the first term of AP as A, common difference is D, so add D to it, we will get the next term, again add D, we will get the next term, again add D, we will get the next term, because there is a common difference given as D. Is that clear? Students, can you observe any pattern here while writing this? Yeah, if you go to the second term, you can see that only one D is there. For the third term, the number of D is decreased by 1. For fourth term, again number of D is decreased by 1. At step number 9, again the number is decreased by 1. That is 9 minus 1 is 8, and then multiply by D. Similarly, for nth term, we can use the same logic, same idea, same concept. We will subtract 1 from this n and we will write n minus 1 multiplied by D. So, that is the nth term of this AP in ascending order. In descending order, we will simply reverse the order of these values. So, the last term will go to the first term and the first term will move to the last term. Is that clear? So, first we will write A plus n minus 1 into D. Second term, as it is descending, so D will become negative now. Okay, let us check. First we will go for the ascending order. There is a common difference of D. So, adding D to every number, every next successive number, we will get the answer. Here common difference is negative. So, subtract D from it, it will become minus 2D. Subtract 2D, it will become minus 3D. Means at every place we have to subtract D, or we have to add minus D, because minus D is the common difference. So, ultimately we are going to get this value A. Is that clear? So, this is A plus n minus 1 into D. Next will be again add minus 1D, that will become minus 2. Then minus 1, it will become minus 3. Then minus 4, minus 5 and so on, and ultimately it will become A. Is that clear? Now, I am writing sum of n terms in ascending order as A plus D, A plus 2D. How we can get this value? Because we have to find out the sum. So, adding these values A plus D plus A plus 2D plus A plus 3D and so on, and ultimately last number, that is A plus n minus 1 into D. No need to write all the numbers, we can write few numbers from left hand side and from number on the right hand side. Is that clear? Then we will go for the sum of descending orders. Now, again we will go to descending part. First term is A plus n minus 1 into D, second term is A plus n minus 2 into D, third term is A plus n minus 1 into D, and so on, and last term is A. So, this is equation number 2 or statement number 2. Now, we have to add these two statement as we have done it in the previous case. Now, what we can say, I am writing Sn equals to, in ascending order, A plus D, A plus 2D and so on up to A plus n minus 1 into D, that is statement number 1. Student, you can observe here that I have written first term with light blue color, means I have used different color combinations here, so that you can get a proper idea which numbers are going to be added. Similarly, I can write Sn and I will maintain the same color for the term numbers. Now, we have to add these two numbers. So, adding this to what we will get, a plus a will become 2a plus n minus 1 into d will remain as it is, and on the left hand side Sn plus Sn will become 2Sn. Is that clear? So when we will simplify the second term, a plus 2d, a plus d plus a plus n minus into 2d, what will happen? This is plus 1d, and when this d is multiplied by minus 2d and it is also multiplied with n. Is that clear? So this is minus dn and minus 2d. So minus 2d from here and plus d from here, on calculating will get minus d. So again we are going to get the same number, a plus n minus 1 into d being common there. Is that clear? Similarly here also, this 2d and this minus 3d, again on calculation will give us minus d. Here also same thing will happen. Okay, so you can calculate it, just write it and try it in your notebook. So here we will get on the left hand side 2Sn, adding this value we are going to get 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here also we are going to get the same number, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, plus sign is already given in between them, and in the end again we are going to get the same number, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So we are going to get the same number again and again. The same idea will be used here. In the previous example, how many times 11 was repeating? There were 10 terms, 11 was repeating 10 times. Here how many terms are there? There are n terms, and that is why this 2a plus n minus 1 into d is repeating n times, n number of times. Are you getting it? So here we can see that how many times 2a plus n minus 1 into d is repeating here. So in the previous example 11 was repeating 10 times. Similarly here 2a plus n minus 1 into d is repeating n times. How many times? N times. So n multiply by 2a plus n minus 1 into d. In our previous example we have seen that 11 was repeating 10 times and we had multiplied 11 and 10. Similarly here also we will multiply 2a plus n minus 1 into d with n. Is that clear? So here now we will apply the same logic, and 2 times Sn will become n times, because n times this number is there. This number is repeated n times. So we will multiply n by this number. Now equation is 2 times Sn equals to n into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Interchange 2 to the other side. It will become Sn equals to n upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the general formula for obtaining the sum of n terms in an AP. Students, if we will put n equals to 10 here, okay, if we will put n equals to 10 here, so in order to find out the sum of first 10 natural number, instead of n I am writing 10. In the formula, instead of n just paste 10 there, 10 upon 2 into, as per formula, 2 multiply a. A means first term, the first natural number is 1, so put 1 there, plus again n minus 1. So n is 10, 10 minus 1 into d. D is the common difference. Common difference between the natural number is 1. So I am writing 1 here. Simplify it. 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are 2, plus 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 1s are 9. 9 plus 2 is 11, 11 into 5 is 55. That means if we will use this formula, we can easily find out sum of any numbers. Okay. So for example, if you have to find out the sum of the first 1000 natural number, simply put n equals to 1000, then a equals to 1, because it is a common, because it is a natural number and first natural number is 1. Again instead of n write 1000, common difference is 1, solve, you will get the answer. So this makes our work very easy. That is a smart way of solving the problem. I hope you understood the concept. We will solve the problems based on sum of n term of an AP in our next video. Thank you very much. Keep watching Concept Made Clear.